Well, here we are once again walking around the lake. When all else fails, Alan grabs the Dji Pocket 3 and walks around the lake and starts talking. But I wanted to start a new series. Well, my first series. I don't guess I have any series so far, but it's a new thing. It's called Random Thoughts from a Random 62-year-old. That 62-year-old is me, Alan. So here we go. You know, back in my day, we didn't have car seats for kids. There was no sort of protection at all. We had seat belts like this, but nobody really used them back then. In fact, and this is bad, I remember a time when my younger brother, who's 9 years younger than me, was probably about, well, 1 or 2 years old, was able to stand, and I was probably about 11 years old. He would stand in the front seat as we're driving down the road. He would stand in the front seat. Did you hear what I said? He would stand in the front seat as we were driving down the road. And my mom, when we'd come to a stop, she would put her arm out as if that would, I mean, it worked. He's still living today, but that was dumb and dangerous. But that's how it was back then. I mean, we had seat belts at the time, but we really didn't use those. Now I feel weird if I don't use it, right? All right, Asians, hear me out. Now listen to me. My wife's Taiwanese, so I can talk about this. I've been to Shanghai, Beijing in China. I've been to Tokyo, Japan. I've been to Taiwan several times. But get this, chopsticks. Listen, I love the Asian culture. I think it's great. That's why I like to go to these places. But chopsticks are not better than forks. It's time to move on, guys. Like, name one food that you can eat easier than you can with a fork using chopsticks. There's not a food out there, I'm sorry. I love the culture, I love the Asian culture, but chopsticks, they gotta go. That's what I say. What do you think? Here's a huge pet peeve of mine, and I guess it falls under random thoughts. Well, it's going to today anyway. See under this tree, the shopping cart? Why can't people return them to the bins? It's not that hard, really, guys. I mean, you tell me, how hard is it to take a cart and return it to the bin? I mean, clearly, if you're able to walk a cart out to your car, you can put it back in the bin, right? So YouTube gives out those play button plaques, I guess, when you reach 10,000 subscribers, 100,000, a million, something like that, right? Hear me out. YouTube should give out something, another kind of plaque, for people like me and probably you who spend way too much time watching YouTube. I mean, we're the audience. I should get an award for the hours and hours and hours that I've spent watching YouTube, don't you think? Do you remember the commercial for Folgers, the coffee company, Folgers, where they used to sing, "The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup"? Yeah, I guess that's great, but isn't the best part of waking up the fact that you actually woke up? Think about it. The older I get, and I am getting older, the more I hate to drive. I don't enjoy driving anymore. Where I live in Houston, it's a big city, and if you've ever been to Houston, trust me, it takes a long time to get from point A to point B in this town. And speaking of Houston and, well, Texas, I know a lot of people have moved here from around the country, and some people are probably thinking about moving here. I mean, we've got no state tax and a lot of other good things going for us. But if you're thinking about moving to Houston, don't come here. We're full. I mean, it's 4 o'clock now. I'm heading home from work. I remember when rush hour used to be about 5 o'clock. Now it seems like it just gets earlier and earlier. Traffic starts building up, and I just don't like it. I've just gotten to the point that I hate driving now, and if my dream were to come true, I would win the lottery. I would probably move to and retire in Taiwan, maybe Japan, but probably Taiwan since my wife is from there. And I would just take the train everywhere, take trains and buses everywhere. I would not ever drive again. That's my dream. You know what I miss? DVDs. Yes, DVDs and DVD players. To watch movies, yes, Netflix is great, streaming is great, but what I miss most are the DVDs that had, you know, like director's commentaries on there. Something you can You could go back and watch the movie and listen to the director talk about the movie or the actors, something like that. And the bonus features you would get on DVDs, you don't get that on streaming now, do you? So I miss DVDs. So those are just some of my random thoughts from a random 62-year-old. I hope you enjoyed it. Should I make this into a series? Did you like it? Did you like what you see? I'm sure a lot of you guys have some random thoughts of whether or not you like this video or if it was just a waste of your time. Hey, as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure to leave a comment because I read them all. Take care.